Hey guys, this is Sky, and this is once again I'm with the Court of Owls. This is our episode, and I have two special guests with me. Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, Sky. I'm Kevin Hunter from Lunar Paths.
All right,
Hi, Scott. I'm Mick from KILLTOYS.
nice to meet you two gentlemen. How you guys been faring today?
Pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, doing good, thanks.
Hey, no
I,
problem, no problem. I appreciate your guys' time. I'm sorry it was such short notice, but I've never had anybody react this fast. Be like, "Yeah, we'll do it." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, that's fine." All right. So tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on. There's an LP going out between three bands, is it? Or four?
it's three bands.
Three bands. Okay.
Go ahead.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. We had an idea at the beginning of the year. Di came up with an idea, and we myself and Di kicked it around for a while, and it was what became Exquisite Corpses, which is based on an old parlor game where you write something down, pass it on, and somebody else finishes it. And we kind of thought about who would we like to collaborate with doing this. The whole thing about it was to do a real collaboration. Like not just like, oh well, we're doing an LP and there's a track from another band on it as well. Like we actually wanted to collaborate with other people. And in this day and age now, with the technology that's around, it's more possible than ever it was. So we've been following what KILLTOYS do. We like and respect what they've done. The same with PMAD, and they'd followed us, and there was a mutual thing going on. So they were invited along, and they liked the idea of the whole thing. So they climbed on board, and then it's just gone from there. Like all three members, I think, have equally taken to it, and really ran with the whole thing and ran with different aspects to it, and just really made it into something much bigger than the sum of its parts, really.
I mean, I like the idea a lot. It's not really usual you hear many bands doing that. Mostly it's just they throw their singles together on an LP and just toss it out there. So I really like the way you guys are working with each other a lot.
We
Yeah,
we
it's
wanted
been
to.
it's been
Sorry, go ahead,
sorry.
Mick.
Oh, I said it's been a fantastic thing because we were fans of Lunar Paths and PMAD, and just to get to work together on something, it's just been fabulous.
Sounds
We
great.
wanted to do something. I mean, like I'm as old as the soil, so we go back a long way, and kind of when myself and Di were in another band a long time ago, that's how we kind of met up with things. And when we were doing that, which was kind of the mid late 80s, we really had to collaborate with other people. We had to do stuff with other people. There was a whole DIY element to the whole thing, and there was genuine collaboration. I mean, you didn't have to do it, but it was a lot better if you did. If a bunch of you were doing something, if you wanted to put a show on, and and you could get three or four or five other bands involved, you're gonna have a better night. You're gonna get more people in, and it's good. Hopefully, it's gonna be good for everybody. And it's a similar sort of vibe to that, really. With this, is like, why don't we do something where we're collaborating with other, we feel are like-minded people, and it turns out they are, and go with it, and then also as well, and I know that Mick was the same, and I'm pretty sure Paul was the same as well. We were really happy to, like, okay, here's the thing that we're giving you, go do it, do whatever you want to do with this, like make it yours, make it absolutely yours, like make it the most KILLTOYS thing you can, like, it shouldn't owe anything to anybody else. It just happens that some of it has come from somewhere else. That's how we looked at it, and I think that, I had some discussion with Mick, and I'm pretty certain that's what they did as well. And I think the result is really good because it's totally different. Like there's no two tracks that are similar on out the whole nine.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I've been listening to it probably, Lord, since me and you first talked online. You sent it to me, and it sounds, it doesn't sound like a bunch of different. It doesn't almost sound like three bands because the way everything flows smoothly with it. It sounds like, well, it sounds like three bands got together in a recording studio and just kind of played off each other and helped each other finish stuff out. And it sounds brilliant. I wish more artists would actually be open to collaborating with other bands like that. Unfortunately, I will say that with the way society has gone musically for musicians, DIY is not really that much of a thing anymore. It's all computer, 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 computer. Um, well, no, I would say that's still kind of DIY, but
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, to be honest, it's a state of mind more than anything else. That's just how you do it. You know, I mean, like the I don't know, maybe I'm talking out of time, but you know, for me, the whole DIY ethos is like, you know, it's literally doing this yourself. You know, nobody else has helped us out particularly on doing this, other than people like yourself to promote it. But the thing comes from us, you know, and how we do it is a different story. You know, I know that Mick, you know, that KILLTOYS are pretty organic. You know, they're a band. You know, we're not, but we are, and we're not. You know, like a lot of our stuff is electronically generated. Like, although as I said to you, actually, I work in analog a lot, but it's more about the state of mind. Yeah.
God, I wish I could record an analog studio. Oh God. So Mick, I did listen to one of the tracks you guys did, and I got to say I got some heavy, almost early cult vibe from it. But
Yeah.
better. And that says a lot for somebody like me who loves the cult. So I would
So that
definitely
would be evening for pleasure, I assume.
I loved it. I loved the track I heard. I
Oh,
was like, if the cult did stuff like that, I'd probably be a lot more happier than what they're doing lately. So
yeah. I was probably channeling a bit of cult there. But yeah, it's kind of a hard rock track, isn't it? But it's a fun track, and it started out as we wanted to, you know, people dance at our shows a bit here and there. And we want to have another dance number in there because we've also got some, you know, slower numbers and stuff. And this one started out with that wanting to have that, you know, 16 beat type of drums and you know, write a song with something like that. And yeah, that's how this thing just came about. And it's turned out to
now,
be, I think it's a great song. It's getting the least attention of any of the songs, to be honest, but I think it's a beauty.
oh no, we're gonna get it more attention. Don't worry about it. I may not have that many subscribers or anything, 'cause technically this is the first episode for you guys, for me, and I'm
Wow.
honored to have
Oh,
you two
wow.
on as guests.
Well,
But I'm
thank
going to
you.
make sure that, oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you. I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm going to try to get that track out. Even my wife was dancing to it, and she doesn't normally listen to stuff like that. She's
That's
more
great.
of a folk music type of person. So I was like, all right, I know something's going on now.
It feels pretty good, doesn't it? And that was the
Ah,
basis for the two tracks the other bands did was that beat, and they chopped it up a little bit here and there, I think, to use it in their own creative way. But I think a sort of rock dance beat like that can go a long way.
that's true. That is very true. So I'm going to ask about your guys' musical background. How long have you been playing this type of music? And I say it that way for a reason, because if you throw goth into the term, people tend to be like, "Ooh, don't say that to us." So,
Hmm.
how would you describe your music for the audience out there that hasn't listened to it?
If you're talking to me, I'd say we are a rock band that loves horror themes. So that probably, yeah, that probably suits us. We're kind of a hard rock band,
Okay.
and we do love, yeah, all the horror stuff. And I also like post punk a lot. So you'll find elements of that throughout our music all over the place as well. So, and as far as a band, KILLTOYS has been a band for the last 6 years.
Okay.
But previous to that, we had a different incarnation, and we were a more of a new wave band called the Pretty Fingers, and we did 10 releases or so with that group. And yeah, so now we've gone a little bit darker and a little bit heavier. And yeah, we're now called KILLTOYS. And the bass player and myself did a lot of touring for about 10 years straight all around Australia and a little bit of Asia and New Zealand and had a
Okay.
lot of fun. And so we've been playing together for quite a while. And we spotted our drummer Bevan was used to come to some of our shows, and he gave us his business card. Hey man, if you ever need a drummer, anyway, the opportunity came up, and we call him. He's fabulous. He's a great drummer.
Yeah, he's really good,
So,
man.
yeah, thanks, man.
Kevin?
There's a fantastic Philly does in the tune that you gave us. We don't use it actually, I got to say, but not for any other reason. But it's I meant to actually mention it to you a few times. Like it is just beautiful. It really is. He's a lovely player, man.
Yeah, he is. He really he just practices so much. He always pushes for tough stuff. You probably really enjoy a chat with him, Kevin. So what he did there was he just turned the snare off and did it like that. So it's got a timpani type of sound. He's really just did it on his snare live during the recording. He just flicks the snares off and boom, he's off.
Yeah,
found his opportunity to turn the snares back on and we get on with the song. So it was fully recorded in one take, that track. And it did really well.
cool.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we're just playing along with headphones on. We captured the drums mainly first and then track in everything else after that.
Nice.
Nice. It sounds great. Sounds great.
Thanks. I recorded here at where I'm sitting.
We all like to
record. More or less.
I liked working with it because it wasn't overly it wasn't overly clicked. You know, it was in time and all the rest of it. But there's an awful lot of feel to it, which you can easily lose the feel on it. But it's nice that he obviously sits back on the click and actually uses it as an instrument in itself. So it allows a lot more little subtleties to come out, which is kind of ironic because you're hard rock, but there's a lot of subtleties in there. It's really cool. It's really neat.
Yeah, he loves those little details. So yeah, I mean, we did do it to the click mainly for you guys because we figured you'd be working on the grid. So I didn't quantize it or anything, and I thought if you wanted to, you could do that yourself. But I thought he was pretty close on it. And
no, it was close enough. And we didn't. We actually talked about it at one point and was like, no, we'd lose. We'd end up losing something here. It's like leave it like it is. This is cool. This is really, it's nice like it is. So
I'd agree.
Yeah,
I would agree. Kevin, what about your background?
So myself and Di go back to mid-80s, as I said. We were in a band together, and it's when I was still in England at that point. And we were in a band together. We did all of the decent support slots, and we worked with the Armory Show and people like that, and Dance Society, Gene Loves Jezebel, X-Mal Deutschland, and did a whole bunch of stuff like that. And then we went our separate ways. Di became a fairly big deal actress and a professor. And I went into tour management and other stuff and kept in music but not playing. But that was a whole different journey. And then we got in touch through social media a few years ago, purely by chance. And sort of said, do you fancy doing something? So she got hold of some stuff that I'd sent over and sort of learned how to use a DAW over the weekend because she'd never heard of one before. And that's the sort of thing Diane does. If she doesn't know, she just goes and learns and says, yeah, I've done this now. So off we go. Let's go and do this. And that was it. I think it's about 3 years ago now. We started doing that, and we've kind of averaged a song every 6 weeks or so. It's something we really enjoy doing. We're trying to do it live, but there's a whole bunch of logistical things there, obviously. But we want to do it live because that's where we both came from originally. We started this off saying, well, just be a studio thing. Like you're in America and I'm in Lincoln and whatever. And then the more we've done it, the more we're like, damn, we really want to take this out. We really want to do this live. So in the meantime, while we're figuring on that, is that how can we do different things that challenge ourselves, but also as well, take us to a different audience and make us good uncomfortable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. When I saw Bauhaus live, I would say that's how it felt. It was uncomfortable, but it wasn't at the same time. It was for someone like me who's never experienced a group like that live. I've heard the tracks here and there, but to actually see the live performance and see, Peter Murphy do his thing, it was it was really different. And then of course I was like, am I the right person to be in this audience? And I kind of joked with my wife, and she was like, I think we're the youngest ones here by far. And I started laughing.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't help it. I've loved that band for a long time. So but yeah, that was the most impressive band I ever saw live besides Nick
Really?
Cave.
Wow.
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds would be definitely close to that as well.
Right.
So
You did them this year on the last tour.
I saw Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds probably maybe 10 years ago.
Oh, right.
Back when I'm trying to remember which album it was. I think it was the double LP they did that had "Oh Children" was one of the singles off of it. But seeing Nick Cave live is like a religious experiment or experience for someone like me. I, I loved his stuff, and it was just I was gobsmacked by the way he performed live and how funny he was. So there's something about Australians and British people with humor that just I don't know, it gets me really fast. So I mean, you got to love that type of stuff. But so, what's the future plans for you guys?
Um,
Well,
as I
yeah.
mentioned, trying to we're trying to do something. We're trying to take it live, which may well be in America next year. We've got another track dropping fairly soon. Although at the moment we're concentrating on the LP. We've done the 3 EPs for this. Each band has actually put an EP of the 3 songs out individually, which we've pushed as much as we can, and then the idea is to collect it all as one LP. So it'll almost be the cycle will be complete, or the circle will be complete at that point. And then I don't know. As I say, we've got another single pretty much ready. I don't know what Mick's doing, but I'm sure he'll be doing something.
Nick?
Yeah, well, we're excited for the album to come out. Everything around it has been fantastic. It's brought a lot of attention to all of us in a way in what we're doing, and it'll be sad when we have to move on from it. But I think that it's been so great being part of this wonderful group of people that I haven't even really contemplated that yet. But apart from that, KILLTOYS will just continue on. Creating our music and trying to get it out to people. And hopefully, we can get in on that tour, Kevin. We'll come
I was
over.
about to say, if you can
Man,
get
I'd
all
love.
three bands together, that would be
I would
amazing.
love. I can't tell you how much I'd love to do it, because I think, like just in general, like a wider point, I think it's the way forward at the moment. I think people need to see loads of different things going on. There's a stagnation, and I think people are a wee bit shell shocked. Bands are a wee bit shell shocked and not quite knowing what to do with the way the industry is as I reformatting. There's been so many, not death blows, but knife wounds to the industry. No, I'd love to take it out as a package tour. I really would. It'd be fantastic. What a fantastic night that would be. It really would.
So
Yeah,
I'm
so it'd
invited
be
to the
great.
show, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
You're
yeah,
promoting.
totally.
You're promoting the Alabama one.
Oh God, yeah, I don't see I don't see that type of music going down here in the great southern state. We don't really have a music scene here unless it's country or hip hop, and yeah. So I'm like, no, no, I'm good, I'm good. But
Yeah.
that's just kind of how it is in the Bible Belt of the United States.
We
Yeah,
could have like protests out the front of the show. You know,
Well, they
I did
just
get one
recent
online protest.
Well, they just recently a club uh not too terribly far from me. They used to normally just do like karaoke and stuff like that. I was actually shocked. A friend of mine said that they're actually going to start doing like a goth night, like spinning the classic tracks like Sisters of Mercy, Susie and the Banshees, um, throw in some post punk, kind of like Joy Division and stuff like that. So he was like, you ought to come out. And I was like, I don't really leave the house unless it's for work or taking my kids out to do something. He's like, you should. And I was like, all right, next time you do it, let me know and I'll actually come out and try to be a human for once.
Yeah, come on, man. Give the guys some support. He's gonna need it round your end.
Well, if you guys play, if you go to Tennessee, you guys would probably do great in Atlanta, Georgia. Now they've got an amazing music scene. So does Tennessee. There's a lot of great musicians that live there that are
Yeah.
from the UK and London and Germany and stuff like that. So those places do have an amazing scene going for them, but it's just not that much going on right now. And to further say, Kevin, on your point where you're talking about, different bands coming together to do shows, I miss those days. I really do. When I played within Absence of Faith, even though we were kind of like a industrial hard rock type band, I would call us almost a hard rock band with industrial or with keyboards and stuff like that and some drums programmed. Because God knows you can't find a drummer if you tried. So we would play shows with a punk band or metal band or even a synth pop band. We didn't care personally. A show
Yeah.
is a show to us. So
Yeah.
as long as we had fun and they got exposure and we got exposure, we never cared. I'd play with anybody unless it's like a death metal band. Then I'm kind of like, I don't know about that one there, guys.
But
So
the
Yeah.
kind of come to the point of like, are you going to cross over? Is there any possibility that you're going to cross over with that? And like you said, if it's going to go too extreme, then possibly not. But I just, yeah, that the idea of having a varied night to me is great. It really is. It's the way forward. It's also the way where we came from, but it's also the way forward as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's like being in an art
nice.
gallery and looking at different paintings.
exactly. I agree with that. But like I said, it's an ever-changing world in the music industry. COVID really did a number on a lot of artists and kind of forced a lot of people to think outside of the box. We can't play live. What can we do? Some bands just kind of sat around and recorded material. Other bands actually, I thought this was really great. I saw a lot of bands that would just do like a live YouTube stream of them playing in their own separate areas together. I was like, that's amazing to me. I almost wonder if bands would still be willing to do that just because touring is, you guys know and I know, is not cheap. Really not cheap
Mm.
at all. So I've got 5 kids. So looking at that, I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Have to take a mortgage
yeah.
out.
I'm going to say be a big.
Honestly, to be honest with you guys, I don't miss touring. I don't. I don't miss it at all. I don't miss one bit of it. Just no. It was not for me.
No.
So no, I'm a very introverted kind of person, and whenever we played our shows, personally, after we're done with the shows, I would just sit in the background and either read a book or have some water or something and just kind of keep to myself. I'm very introverted by nature. Unless I play
Right.
or I do stuff like this, then I'm extroverted. This is what I
Well, you
call my
probably got a
social
lot more
time.
sleep.
What's that?
You probably got a lot more sleep than the rest of us then.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's not.
tour bus with free booze and food and a com. Fantastic.
Oh
I'm
my
just showing you
God,
my workspace.
that is beautiful.
This is where we record all this, everything pretty much. I don't know what you
Is that
can see,
King Street, Mick?
but
Mick, is that King Street?
yeah, this is my studio. Yeah, I live here as well.
All right. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, there's a serious bunch of amps for you. I don't know if you can see them, but
Oh yeah, no, those are. I can definitely see those. Definitely, that is some.
yeah, this
That is
is
a
cool for
really
a
nice
sensor.
place.
Thanks,
Man,
man.
I'm jealous.
Vocal booth. And whatnot. Yeah, and there's the cover from Voices over here. It's like an altar.
I like it though. I like that a
You
lot.
see our little friend Ember,
Oh God.
frightening.
No. Yeah, no creepy dolls for me. Sorry.
And she freaks me out. I'm in here late at night, and I always get the shivers. And I think, look, don't look her in the eye.
No, I don't. I don't do dolls. No.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
bam.
sorry about that. And that was frightening.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, don't we don't do dolls in this household. No. We'll do stuffed animals, stuff like that, but I refuse to have dolls in the house. They creep me out too much. Seen too many horror
They are
movies about
creepy.
them.
Yeah,
I'll take a
yeah.
clown over a doll. Clowns don't bother me at all. So,
I don't know. Clowns pretty frightening. Apparently, the first clown I saw, I was in my mum's arms. I cried, but maybe he was a bit too forward, and
I
she's
was
just like, oh my god, what's that?
I don't remember. My dad told me I was 7 years old when they got a clown for my birthday party, and I screamed, and my dad said I punched him right in the nose.
Hey,
So, I mean, but now I love clowns. They don't bother me. So,
no, clowns are cool now. Although
oh
it,
yeah,
I think that was pretty cool. Love that movie.
I just
It wasn't on video.
Yeah,
yeah. I wonder. I would have asked my dad. Did it make like the honking sound when it hit, or?
It water sweat from his bow tie.
Well, guys, I really appreciate your time and taking time out to talk to somebody like me who's I'm nobody technically, but I really appreciate
well,
this
thank you.
very much. No, thank you guys. I
Thanks for your
appreciate
time.
your time.
Thank you,
I
Sky.
got it. No problem. If you guys will hang on for a few minutes after we're done recording, we can have a little bit of a chat. Sound good to you?
Yep.
Yeah, great.
All right. Do you guys have anything to say to the audience?
Buy the LP, please. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy this album. It's really it's come up amazing, and you'll see how different minds can view three different drum tracks producing 9 songs. It's amazing what the difference. Amazing.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. I'm definitely going to get it. It's got to be in my collection. Definitely.
Right.
Thanks, man.
Well, guys, my name is Skaya, and this has been an episode of The Court of Owls. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please support these two gentlemen's bands. If you don't, I'll be severely disappointed in you. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right.
Thank you.